I'm gonna hit some. I'm gonna hit some air horns. I'm gonna do it again. All right. If
Like I can.
anybody, yeah, I know. If anybody's out there, hey, let us know. So I'm going to my Facebook page and I'm sharing. I don't see any names up there yet. Um, let's see if people show up. Oh, got to turn my volume down. Let me share us.
Do-do-do.
How do I? Where can I? Why can't? Well, there I can share. Write a post. Oh, copy link. I don't know what I'm doing. Post public.
Computer
Woohoo!
back up a bit.
I know. So, okay, there's at least one person out there. Who is out? Maybe it's me. Maybe I just liked it myself. I know. If you're out there, let us know where you're watching from. Maybe I just liked it myself. I
Oh,
know.
all right, there.
I
I
can
had
hear me
to. I
talking.
had to. I had to learn how to mute the thing because I was hearing everything. Uh-oh, did I
Uh,
mute you?
no, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm talking.
Oh, I can hear you. Yep, I got you.
Ooh, all right. We'll give them a little while. Hey, if you're watching this, there's only like one person right now, and if you're not that one person, then you're in the archive. You're in the replay. You can always tag me or V, and that way we kind of see, and then we can respond. But if you're live with us, hello. We're gonna do some
Hi.
readings. So V, what's been going on in your life? What's happening?
Um, I am currently in a coaching container, a coaching course and learning. So that's always fun. So I've been like having homework and all that kind of good stuff. Um, but working with my one-on-one clients, which has been so rewarding and so awesome to see their growth and to see the things that they're doing. Trying to think. No, really, that's what life has been consistent of. My
Cool.
own work and the work that I do to help others. So yeah. How about
It's
you?
I love hearing that because it just makes me feel not so alone that I'm always reading, studying, doing something. So first, let's say hello, Rob, and hello, Norm, hello, Mati.
Hey guys.
Welcome, welcome. So yeah, so what's been going on with me? So today marks the second week, the start of the second week of my new career. I was in the same position for 18 years as the group fitness manager, and I stayed within the same company. Now I'm like the employee health and well-being kind of partner that goes on the different campuses and locations. And I'm loving the team. I'm loving the where things are going to go. I'm get to work from home a little bit. I've set up right there. I've got a laptop and so I've got three screens. So I've got a
Oh, that's a
home
lot.
office. I know. So I've got a home office because we do a lot of presenting, a lot of teaching
Okay.
and stuff like that, like we're doing here, but it's totally different.
Yeah.
But I have to say, so this is so cool. So once I knew I was hired, I started stalking everybody. Thank you. I started stalking everybody on Facebook and just, look at their pictures and all this kind of stuff. And one person who was a newbie as well to the team, like maybe a month before me, I was following them. I'm like, oh my gosh, they were in New Orleans too. I'm like, oh my gosh, they went to Madam, what's her name? Oh my gosh, they went to every place like I went. They were standing out
Yeah.
front of some of the same shops I was shopping at. And then,
Nice.
so I was like talking to him, like, oh, that was like 3 or 4 years ago. I don't update my page that much. I was like, oh, it's okay. But then we have like, there's this platform called Elfster. You might want to think about this for like you know about it?
But yeah, my friends and I used it for gift giving during Christmas.
Yeah. So you can do like Secret Santa stuff.
Yep.
But so this person is not my Secret Santa nor am I theirs. But I was just kind of looking over, friending everybody in our team and stuff like that. And I'm scrolling down and I'm like, what am I looking at? She wants a tarot deck. So I'm like, oh my gosh, someone on the inside. So and it's the same person that I was at the same place as I was at in New Orleans. So I can't wait to like say so. All I'm gonna do is say Google me. Oh hey Amy. Okay, Amy, glad you're here for a quickie.
Hey, Amy.
We'll take a quickie anyway. So, people, Amy, please post some StarCon stuff here. People, we are gearing up for StarCon, the banners, the flyers. It is a hybrid. You can join this 3-day weekend from the luxury of your home, or you can fly or drive to South Florida. I will be there teaching. Lots of stuff going on. Hey, Sapphira, it's good to see you. Um, so yeah, Amy dropped some .coms in there so people can check it out. So because we're getting close. We're getting close. Starcom.com. Don't forget the .com. But yeah, so a lot of cool stuff going on. And Amy is presenting. There we go. Missed you guys the past few weeks. Robin, we're glad you're here. Did you say something, V?
No, I was just saying, awesome.
So yeah, life is good. I got 2 decks in the mail within the last couple of days. Bum. The
Yeah,
Villains Tarot deck from Disney.
I love
So
it.
if you get on the list, you need to either write the word when you tell me V, you're also going to need to put V for Villains or M for Mystic Palette from Ciro Marchetti. His latest deck. It's gorgeous. Look at the back of this deck. That is the back of every card. I'm a Pisces. My name is on the back of every card. And what did I pull? Bum, bum, bum. The
The
star.
star.
But
How pretty.
the funny thing between the 2 decks, I pulled the Magician from the Villains, and then I pulled the Two
Yeah.
of Swords from Mystic Palette. And then I was shuffling because they're not been shuffled much. And I'm shuffling the Villains, and I pulled another card, the Magician again. So we're gonna have a lot of magician stuff tonight, a lot of alchemy. And then I pulled an Ace of Swords again too. So a lot of swords, a lot of decisions, a lot of thoughts, a lot of alchemy.
Yes, I'm here for it. Hey, Bree.
Yay! So yeah, you guys. So Amy put on Facebook, on YouTube, and let me tell you, people, the YouTube channel, Rachel Polly, Mary Kay Greer, some really cool people on
Mhm.
there. Talking about stuff, or the upcoming stuff that's going to be coming. So,
Hey, Carrie.
hey, Carrie. Yes, Sapphira. Oh, V. So V
Yes.
and I were talking to our tarot love child, Troy, and I forgot. I did have.
Shenanigans.
I had the Alice in Wonderland tarot deck. I've already got it on pre-order. I forgot I had it on pre-order because I got an email that said your pre-order's been delayed a little bit. I was like, oh, I guess I did order
Nice job. Nice job.
it.
Yeah.
But
I need to get the new Alice one. That will make the third Alice in Wonderland tarot deck that I have.
I think I've got one of them right here. Yes, this one is adorable. Little
And
metal
that's the
tin.
one that I don't have.
Oh, really?
No, I have
By Chris and
I have this
Morgana
one.
Abbey. Oh, Barbara Moore. Okay.
Yep, I got Barbara Moore's and I've got why don't I see it in my things? Um I have Baba Studios.
Okay.
Oh, here it is.
Cool.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, I like that one. I like
Yeah.
that. I've seen that one. I really like it.
This was my first expensive deck. This was the first deck that I bought, and I probably the only deck so far still that was the most that I've spent on a deck.
Was it
And
because
it
it's
had like
like a
it came with like
limited edition?
a book. It was like a deluxe thing. So yeah. So this is the most that I've spent on a tarot deck.
Hey, Jonathan James Daly. We're just talking about
Hey.
the new Disney Villains deck, and then the new Ciro Marchetti Mystic Palette Tarot. So, so the back of that deck, my name is on every card. I love it. And somewhere back there, you can see like I don't know where it is. Oh, it's over here on this side. Right up there is a square box with my Pisces on it too. Look at your owl. I love it. I think when you took the drink the first time, it was the back was to me, so I couldn't tell.
It was the back, yeah.
Yeah. So I have a beautiful story. My grandmother had a round yellow smiley face mug, and the
Mhm.
smiley face was only on one side. And she used to say, when you're here with me, I drink out of my left hand, so the smiley face is facing you. But when
Mhm.
she lived alone and she drank out of her right hand, so the smiling face faced her. So I remember when she died, mom and they were like, "Do y'all want anything?" I said, "I want the big giant." Literally, it was like this big brandy sniffer because she had fake fruit in it with like crushed velour on the outside. And I said,
Wow.
"I want the smiling mug," and I got those two things. And
Oh.
one day, Fabian dinged the big giant brandy sniffer and it broke. And then one day, he got tired of seeing my nasty mug because it was a little dirty and stuff, and he threw it away. It was one of those moments where I was like, "You need to understand that I am very upset." Because I don't
Oh.
keep a lot of things. So I went to
Yeah.
Pier 1 and I bought one. Then I had people sending me them, and he just bought me another one too. So, but it was one of those where I was like, I don't keep a lot, but it's like all I
Yeah.
need is like one thing to remember. And it's funny,
Oh.
'cause I had a mole right here, and my grandmother had a mole the exact same place too. Nobody else in our family did. And when I went to get my face, like all the little the skin spots and stuff like that, the guy's like, "Well, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this with this," and then all of a sudden, "Hey, we'll do this right here." And next thing I know, I'm like, I get home and it falls off, and I'm like, "You got rid of the mole?" Like,
Oh
what the
no.
heck? I know it's a mole, but it's like you got rid of the mole that my grandmother and I shared. It was just funny. Oh,
It's funny because you say that my son, I have one here, and let's see, like right here, and my son has one in the exact same place.
too funny. Too
That, and I
funny.
told him when he was little, I was like, we have the same one. I said, this is how they knew that you were mine and you were supposed to come
Yeah.
to me.
Yep.
We have the
Exactly.
matching spot.
Exactly. Hey, Tiana. Yes, no, I won't. Hey, just go to my wish list. You'll
Hey,
see what I
Tia.
have out there. So let's go ahead and get 8 names. And so, first of all, listen up to the rules, people. So you want to type the word "me," which gives us permission to read you. Don't do it yet. And then, if you had a reading 2 weeks ago, maybe give a little time before you say "me," just so anybody who's brand new can get it. And then also, I would like you to say either either villains or mystic. So I don't know which deck to read from. If you don't tell me, then I'm just going to let spirit kind of trust me. So go ahead and type in "me" if you want to get a reading. We're each going to pull, V and I will each pull a single card to give you a reading. And then also you can write villains or mystic, and then I'll know which deck to read from. And I can
I
hear
see Maddie.
I can hear one of the babies meowing.
I see Maddie,
Okay, so Maddie,
Robin. So Maddie is villains, Robin is villains, Jonathan, Saphira is mystics, Tiana is mystic, Carrie is mystic. That's it so far.
we got room for 2 more. So I got Maddie villain, Robin villain, Jonathan. I don't know. So tell me if you want me to choose. Saphira mystic, Tiana mystic, Carrie mystic.
Yep. I'm reading with the Tarot of the Curious Creatures by Chris Ann.
Ooh, first time I get to
It-
see it.
Yes, it reminds me of Miss Peregrine for some reason, even though it's not. But
Yes,
it just reminds me of it.
Jonathan mystic. All right, perfect. Ooh, somebody just bought a spread from me. Bing! I just got an email. Bing! PayPal, thank you. Get to
Woohoo!
him tomorrow. All right, we have room for 2 more people. If we don't get the seventh and eighth, then we'll do a collective read at the end.
Hmm.
Lisa, okay, Lisa, I got your number 7. And Lisa, do you want from the Disney villains, or just write villains, or Mystic Palette from Tito Marchetti? I hear you, Stefano.
Oh,
I
like
know,
let me in, let me
I
in.
know.
And
Okay,
Brienne said
Brienne,
villains.
Brienne, you're number 8. Perfect. We are full. As they say on The Voice, my team is full.
I can't.
I know.
Lisa says Disney villains.
And Brienne was villain. All right, I think we literally have split. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, split right down the middle. 4 and 4. Perfect. I love it. All right, we've got our okay, so here's the deal. If you're watching this in the replay, so if it is not 7:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday night, November 15th, right now, then you are in the replay. So don't be
There
saying,
you
I'll take one. But what you can do is we are going to read 8 people. So anybody watching now or in the replay, you can choose number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and piggyback on a reading with them. Or you can say, you know what, I'm going to choose like 2, 7, and 8 and do a nice combo. It'd be like a 6-card spread. We need to do something up with that. Like how do you do that? So all right. So you ready, V? I know you're right. You
I
like remember when we created the black swan spread?
yes,
V was like,
yes,
I want to
yes.
create a spread called the Black Swan spread. I want to know what shit are you ignoring? And I said, oh, that's card number 1. I said, here's card number 2. And then she's like, here's card number 3. And I'm like, here's card number 4. I said, let's do this. Let's keep going until we get the outcome.
It, and it was so quick and so like
Weren't
boom,
we at
boom,
the
boom, boom.
airport, like texting or something? Coming back from a reader studio?
Yes.
Oh, I
Um,
love it. Woo! I
here's
just got an email
here's
that
a
says,
little
stop searching for
ASMR.
what?
Here's a little shuffle ASMR.
Oh, yes. Is it supposed to be sexual or just titillating?
I don't know. I just like shuffling, and I know the sound is awesome.
So, Matty, we're gonna go first with you. I'm using villains. Oh, thank you, Lisa.
And I am Tarot of the Curious
Woo,
Creatures.
the Emperor came flying out. And by the way, y'all, you're gonna shame me when I don't know where they're from. Is he from Jungle Book?
Um,
Or is it from Hercules?
no, I think he's from. Is he from Aladdin?
Oh, this could be Jasmine's.
Jasmine's tiger, but he wasn't
It,
a villain. I don't know. I think he's Jasmine's tiger though.
mm, too funny. Okay, so Brianne said it's titillating. I do like the word titillating. And then I like the act of titillation. But my favorite word in the world is mellifluous. Because
Well, who? What now?
mellifluous.
That's a new one
Um,
for me.
yeah, see, I took an IQ test and I didn't know what it was, and I was so angry because if you think about it, mellifluous, melly, Melli. So where Mello? Where might that come from? Like melody, okay? And then
Okay.
fluid.
Oh,
So
fluid. Yeah.
I was so angry. It means to speak or let your words come out fluidly, not staggered and unsure what you're saying. So I was so angry because it was so obvious, and my 'cause my IQ was quite high, but I was hoping it would be higher, and it would have put me like 2 more points over. I could still join Mensa, believe it or not, people, because I don't act like it.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so I'm reading from the villains. We're going with. We're still gonna say the same thing. Okay, it's Jonathan said it's Jungle Book. Oh, good.
Okay.
And he probably was just trying to eat Mowgli. Maybe that's why he's a villain.
Maybe so.
Well, he's the king of the jungle too, right? All right,
Is it well no
so,
type lions are kings of the jungle?
oh, you're right. Okay,
All right.
so
So
Maddie.
Maddie. All right. So Maddie, I have judgment. All right. And so I love this. It's like a raccoon. Anyway, so with this judgment card here, it's saying that it's time for an awakening for you. This is a transformation card, but this is you waking up. It's kind of like you getting the call, or finally, it's like this wake up call for you to kind of, step out of who you've been to start to step into who it is that you want to be. And in order to do that, you have to let some things go. And this is, just a sense of release, whether this is people from your life, whether this is releasing yourself from the binds or constrictions of decisions that you've made in the past that haven't worked out. But this is really asking you to shake all of that off and to be weightless moving into the next space in your life. Okay. I love that there are raccoons on here. And so raccoons, I call them trash pandas, but they're very resourceful. They really do um, get what they need. And so I feel like right now is the time for you to get what you need. But in order for you to carry and move forward, you have to let some things go. Okay. So I hope that resonates for you.
And from me, the card is the Eight of Cups. Oh my gosh, I love it. It's one of my favorite cards. So this is definitely take this time and go on a little bit of a journey of introspection. This is Pisces energy. This is, very reflective. As you can see, I can't even tell what the image is in there. I have to look at it here. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell what the image is. It's Eight
And
of
I
Cups.
can't
I know.
wait.
What
Let me
is
see. Open it up. Oh no,
Oh, is it Captain Hook in the water? His hat and he's going under.
oh
So this
yes.
and the funny thing is, because So and here's the beautiful thing. This is what I love with the new decks because now I'm going, be careful that you don't fall too far into your emotional traps. Because if you're going under, you can't breathe. You got to take care of yourself. Stay in the shallow end so you don't go too deep. All referring to water, all referring to emotions. But then also, reach out for help because you may only have one hand, and the other hand's a hook. So you may need to reach out for some help from somebody who is a little bit more capable to help you. But ultimately, this is really, and I'll put it this way, as you take a little bit of a dive into your emotions, into introspection and reflection, be careful not to stay there too long and get trapped. That's what I would say with this card. Be very careful. So yeah, that's funny. Captain Hook's hat, yeah.
Like what?
Because I was like, oh my God, the Page of Wands from Aladdin.
Oh.
All right, so thank you, Maddie. I hope that makes some sense. Robin, we're going to you next.
All right, so Robin. Oh, we didn't pick numbers.
Oh, we didn't.
I'm going with 5.
I'm going with 3. We're going with our usual. That's funny. Because I'm just gonna go with 3, my usual. Okay. So,
All right.
so Robin and all the number 2s.
So Robin, here we have the Wheel of Fortune.
Ooh.
I love it. The white tiger. And so this Wheel of Fortune here is talking about growth. It's talking about expansion, and it's about you going with the cycle, going with the movement of cycles, not allowing yourself to kind of hang on to the things that you are trying desperately not to let go of, because that's how you get dragged. In order for us to grow, we have to continue to move. So this is telling you, continue to move. Don't get stuck. Don't stick your heels in or, get stubborn. Some new things are coming into your life that can be of great fortune, that can be for the sake of growth. But you have to have a very light, touch on the wheel as it's moving around. Okay. There's some surrendering. I'm feeling that's needing to happen for you in order to get these new lessons, in order for the wheel to move with more ease. I just keep feeling like it's like you're just like stop breaking the wheel, and trying to stay in one space. But this is saying that there is more for you if you will allow for the expansion. Okay. Don't be fearful. Okay.
And then from me, Robin, King of Swords, Scar. I love it. And it's interesting because I'm going with more of the imagery on the cards. Don't get caught up in your ego. King of Swords is Gemini energy, and boy, they can have a tendency to kind of get caught up in that. And I think they also have the tendency to, when they don't like the way things are going, they'll flip to the other side. They'll flip to the opposite because they're like that, kind of dual personality type thing. But, be
Mhm.
conscious of your words, King of Swords. Be conscious of your thoughts, King of Swords. And don't get caught up in your ego, because it could, I hate to say it this negative way, but it could be the death of you, because you're seeing so far ahead, and you're, oh my gosh, and be really conscious of your own scars from your childhood. Because
Oh,
I know, if this spirit just dropped out of my head, if you have not healed them, they may look like they're healed on the top, but they're still festering underneath. They will open up and erupt, and it's not pretty. So, and I
mhm.
think this makes me feel a lot like these scars are almost like shadow. These scars are almost like subconscious stuff, that I would say really, bring to the surface, allow them to come up, and they're probably already bubbling up, and that's probably what you feel when you're having just an off day or off time, where you think, oh God, whose crap is this? Am I holding on to? So it could be some of your own. So, all right, there you go, Robin, and anybody who chose number two.
Yes, yes.
Woo! This is what I love about new decks, especially if I'm familiar with looking at the Golden Girls. It's like I know those characters, so also I'm reading it traditionally, but then I'm just looking at it flat on, what I'm seeing
Yep.
in front of me and what I know about that card, those people. So, all right, Jonathan, you are next. Robin, oh, Robin said, "Wow." I hope that's a good wow.
Yay.
Look, it resonated. So,
Right.
Jonathan, you chose Mystic, even though you said you're a Disney file, so maybe you already got this deck. And this is for me too. Fee, what did you say your new podcast
This
was?
big decks and gray sweats.
It's about it's about reading tarot comfortably. That's what it's
Very
about.
much so. All right. So this is for Jonathan.
For Jonathan, for John, for Jonathan.
Tiana was on the live when I said that before, and she was dying
Oh
laughing
my
now.
gosh. Whew.
All right. So, Jonathan, here we have the Justice card. All right.
Wow. Is it a pig?
Let me get it into the screen here. There we go. It's a bird.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not kind of. I can't. There we go. I can't figure out where to hold the card, but we'll hold it there.
Looks good. Looks good right there.
So, with this justice card, as you can see, they're holding some scales here. So this is definitely a need for you to find your balance, to find your center. All right. Here we have a bird. Birds are always about messages, communication. So I'm feeling that there's a need for you to speak some things out loud to create the balance that you're looking for. I don't necessarily feel like it's an action that you need to take, but more of expressing and speaking your mind in order to balance the scales. Okay. Um, yeah. I just feel like it's time for you to squawk.
Oh,
Like it's time for you to really, let loose and you make a little noise in order to create the balance that's necessary. I feel like it's a responsibilities thing. Okay. So I hope that resonates.
it did with me. And Jonathan, from me, this is the wheel. Oh, I love it. Beautiful, beautiful card. So as you squawk, as you do the thing, open up for expansion. This is more about expansion than movement. But yeah, I just get one of the images that I got a long time ago from Wheel was thinking of a tire that's been in mud or clay, and the faster it goes, it finally starts slinging off the clay and the mud. And it's not so
Mhm.
much that it's cleaning it, but it's expanding its reach. So I really would say this is a good time. There's the key right there. Spirit just said that is what I was trying to get you to say. Expand your reach. Now is the time to expand your reach. Write that down. Put it in the reminder. Tell Siri to remind you every day at 12 o'clock. Expand my reach. That's I think the key message here. Wow, this is so interesting. I'm being shown bears too. So I don't know if bear symbol means anything to you. It can be about, the body. It can be about health. It can be about protection. I'm a bear, but I'm really being shown like this whole bear image right now. So if that's a spirit animal or totem animal, then, go with it, work with it. But expansion time. That's the biggest thing I keep getting there. So he's working with others for a retreat for healing adventure here on Maui. Wonderful.
Nice. Nice.
Nice. Very nice. Yes, we are out of control, Norm. So that was for me too. So expansion, yeah. Balance and expansion. All right, Sapphira, and we're doing Mystic.
All right. So, is it Sapphira or Saphira?
Um, I'm gonna go with Sapphira, like sapphire.
Okay.
Sapphira. But so Sapphira, if it's Sapphira, type EYE like I. If it's Sapphira, type EEE. Then we will know.
It's Saphira. Okay.
V's, okay. Sapphira.
All right, Saphira. So this one is for you. So here we have the Two of Wands. And so this Two of Wands, I love it because she has she's standing in front of this open door. The door is open. She has these two sticks in her hand. One has a key attached, one has a lock attached. And the lock here is one that, she's used to working with. It's the stable, the secure, the sure. But this key over here, in her other hand is kind of like the way to open new doors. Okay, so this Two of Wands is feeling like you're at this crossroads where you're trying to decide, should I stay for the tried and true, or should I, adventure out? I have this key to kind of step out and try some new things, you know. But this is definitely for me a card of exploration. So now is the time to really take a step outside the door. You've locked up a lot of things already inside and what you've already done. So now it's time to start to create new paths, new lanes, new decisions that allow you to step outside of your comfort zone and create new adventures. Okay.
Thank you, Jonathan. I was trying to hit the like button. And then from me, oh, Queen of Cups.
That's pretty.
Love, love, love the imagery here. So yeah, and this is, make sure as you step out, as you make the decisions, keep in mind protection. And I'm going to say protection of the heart.
Mhm.
Be conscious of that. Really being drawn to take care of yourself here. I feel like you might have the tendency to help everybody else, and then at the end of the day, if you've got any time, you'll take care of yourself. And I'm just a big proponent of, you are the most important person to take care of. And that way, what you're giving to everybody else is of high quality. If you're exhausted and you're still giving, you're giving exhausted gifts. If it's
Mhm.
children, the old adage of, if you're on the airplane and it's going down, put your mask on yourself first. Because if you're passed out, you can't help anybody. So give your best to everybody else by giving your best to yourself first. It's not selfish in my world, in my book. It's wise. It's wise because you say you love them and you want to help them. And that's all stemming from this beautiful Queen of Cups and the water imagery, and also the Cancer from zodiac sign. But I also just love how she's taken the cup to her own lips. So she's taking care of herself first. I just realized that too. So beautiful, beautiful imagery. So thank you, Safira. Yes, it is beautiful work. That is the Mystic Palette from Tiro Marchetti. All right.
I like how you say his name.
Well,
Such a
forever I
short.
kept saying zero. No, I kept saying zero.
Right.
And several people corrected me at the Reader Studio. I was like, okay, thank you. Because I'd never met him before.
I love it.
And now I've been to his house.
See how that
I
works?
know. I was like, would you like to come and talk about a deck I'm creating? Yes, please. Thank you. You're welcome, Safira. All right.
Um,
Tiana, we're going next, and I'm doing the Mystic deck for you.
Tiana, is this number 5?
This is 5 for you, V, and Tiana.
All right, see.
You're welcome, Zavira.
Let's see. All right, see. For us, we have the King of Swords. All
Mm,
right, and so this is about, planning, okay? Decision making, getting firm on the plans. All right, this is us sitting down and getting strategic with where we see ourselves going, but not only the plans in our head, but actually verbalizing. Once again, we have another bird here. So once again, it's squawking, it's speaking, it's expressing vocally what our plans are. Giving others the rules, whether they're the rules of what we're putting into place or how to handle us. But it is expressly moving that information out of the head, out of the mouth to make it plain in the world. Okay. And this is about you being confident in your thoughts and your ideas as well. Okay. So feel it first, like know it and feel it, and then speak it. Okay.
write that down. Tell Sarah to remind you. Know it, feel it, speak it. And then Tiana and
Know it.
V from me, the Knight of Wands. Whew. Face
Oh,
that
wow.
stuff right in the eye and look at deep. It's interesting because look at the dragon and everything up there. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. So many eyes, and they're all like literally facing you straight on. Even though the other things are to the side, it's like a horse, their eyes on the side of their head. So it is looking
Mm-hmm.
at you straight on. So face them, be ready for the movement, be ready for the transformation. Make sure your hair is fierce. I mean, look at this person's hair. It is fierce. Um, and then the other thing I would say, really keep your eye on the flame, on what it is you have set out to transform and change. It's like keeping your eye on the goal, but it's like I've never done like magic with fire flames, but it's like fire gazing and stuff like that. So really make sure that you're staying focused on, the goal at hand and what it is that you want to transform, transmute, because it really feels very, very powerful. And this is interesting. I'm going to say today's the 15th, so between now and December 15th is a window for you, and I don't know what that's about. But yeah, so for the next 30 days, it's a big window, before December 15th. So hold on to that. So for you, V and Tiana.
I'll take it.
So, all righty. That was number 5. So next is Carrie at number 6. And Jonathan, I did only get the one deck. I think the other one, I think it was a muted version. And I hardly ever buy anything muted. I like color. And that's usually what speaks to me. So these were limited editions. They were not inexpensive, but I'm a Chiro fan. So I have everything he's ever made. I'm just going to say it. He's got
And
me.
listen,
He's got me
nothing wrong with that.
till, till he takes his last breath, and his daughter better not produce anything post mortem. Sasha's taking over. That's running his business now, and I'm like, she better not be doing that. She better. I'm sure he's setting her up though.
I love it.
All right, Carrie, next. Carrie, are you still there? Hold on a
Said
second.
Carrie.
Hold on a second. For Norm, I did clapping, did applause.
Oh, boo. Okay, wait. Is it you said Carrie?
Yes, Carrie.
Okay.
Yes, Spira, it was
Carrie.
dragons. I know you. I can tell you're a dragon person. I can see him on your icon. Tiana, you're welcome. Carrie's still here.
All right, Carrie. 3 of Pentacles for you. All
Ooh.
of the cats. Three of Pentacles here saying it's time for some collaboration. Okay. I feel like you've gotten, I don't want to say as far as you can by yourself, but I feel like it's time to employ some other people for either help, assistance to build that foundation, so that it can grow. Whatever your idea may be, or even if you're working currently and you're on a team, it just feels like, getting with people or collaborating with people can push the project further. All right. It's okay if everybody does something different. As long as everybody pitches in and does their part, it will turn out fabulous. Okay. So allow for this foundation to be built by employing the help of other people and just having that teamwork ethic mindset. Okay. If you are already on a team and people are not pulling their weight, then it's time to speak up about that as well.
Cool. All right, Carrie, number sixes. I have got the Five of Swords. So yeah, yeah, it's time to speak up, especially if you're on a team and they're not pulling their work. Look at the energy in this person's face. I mean, it's just like, and this, this is a Aquarius. You can see the symbol right there. Aquariuses, even though they're air elements, they have a big heart, so they can get their heart kind of hurt. But I love that this person has grabbed that one sword because it's almost like I'm ready to fight for this. I'm tired of, again, these other people, they're just kind of dragging along down here to go along with what V was saying. But yeah, I think it's time to pull the sword out and fight a little bit. Because the next is the Six of Swords, which is moving on to something better. So either get what you need or get out of there. Yeah, it's time. And I love that. I love that this is like six because you're the sixth card, because that is also about finding, balance. I'm just drawn to the number that we're talking, your number six. It's about balance and being service oriented. I feel like whatever either you do for a living or how you work, you're really about the people. And oh man, I just feel like some people are dragging you down and slowing you down. Like V said, if they're not pulling their weight, you got to speak up because it's almost like it's messing up your love for what you do. So hope that makes some sense. Number sixes and Carrie. Next is Lisa.
Lisa.
And Lisa, I'm using the villains for you.
All right. So Lisa. Ooh, we have the Empress. I love it. She's sitting so pretty. And so this Empress card here is about nurturing. Okay. So now's the time to really um, allow yourself to be nurtured. Allow you to nurture you. All right. This little chicklet that's in her lap, this little duckling maybe that's in her lap. You take care of a lot of people and um, of, you take care of the emotions for a lot of people. And I don't know if you have children, but you are in a constant sense of nurturing. So now it's time for you to turn a little bit of that onto yourself. Okay? Allow yourself to luxuriate and relax and really pour into you so that you can continue to nurture and create and bring life to future projects or future children should you have them, or even nurturing the people that are around you. Okay. This always makes me think of like a more grown up version of the Queen of Cups. So making sure that your cup is full before pouring out for others. Okay.
And the word for you to tell Sarah to remind you is luxuriate.
Luxuriate.
Love it. Ooh, the Six of Swords. So this is, who is this from this is from Alice in Wonderland, right? That's the Cheshire Cat, or is this Cinderella?
Oh, nope, that's Lady and the Tramp. That's
Wow. So, and we just talked about Six of Swords a moment ago. So yeah, so it's. I'm going to be blunt here. It's time to move on. It's time to get out. The Six of Swords is often about moving on to better things, but it's almost like you keep facing the same nastiness, deceitfulness, deception, and I really feel like it's about time to weed the social garden. And I feel like it could be hard because it's not easy because they may either be related to you or sit next to you at work every day, and you love the job, but you just got to sit next to someone who, just isn't jiving with you anymore. It's just like it's just not worth it, is what it feels like. So I would say I'm going to put the card down. This is from Spirit. Start setting some intentions and creating an exit plan, and not so much that you're going to leave and walk away, but just set an intention, an exit plan of how to move away from people and things that are not serving you or stealing your mental energy or draining you. And that can be as simple as just creating a plan in your head, like, you know what? I'm gonna not sit with him for lunch anymore. I'm gonna bring my own lunch. Or I'm gonna, whatever it may be. If it with family and stuff like that, you're just gonna speak your truth and say, I'm not gonna come over for Christmas Eve. I'm not coming. You don't even have to say why. Just say no, thank you. See you next year. But yeah, I feel like it's time to practice some self-compassion and some make sure that your mental health is good. Is good. Especially to the rest of the holidays. I'm seeing a 2-month jump. Let's get you into 2022 is what I'm seeing. Oh, I've been trying to cut cords. And Lisa, I love that you said it that way because that is a beautiful, and we're talking swords, and swords are great for cutting cords. And Lisa, if you don't
Yes.
know the Ho'oponopono practice, that's a great one to do as well. And I can put that link, I can put a link to a video in there. So um, this is a video that I just got tired of explaining what Ho'oponopono was. So I created a video that did it. So I just put it in there. So you guys, you can all check it out. So Lisa,
Awesome.
thank you. I hope that helped. And
Thank you.
anybody else who chose number
Yes.
7? All right. So Brienne, this is number 8. Pew, pew,
Bree
pew, pew.
Bree.
And Carrie, I'm glad you said amazing and grateful. So I'm assuming it resonated with you. Carrie, I'm I'm dying to know how you pronounce your last name. I'm going to go with Mus, Moose, Muz, Muz, and I don't know if I'm assuming it's your real name because I love names. So you're welcome,
All
Lisa.
right.
Yes, and Jonathan, You're in Hawaii, so you know what I'm talking about. It's a
You're
great
welcome, Liz.
practice of forgiveness and cord cutting.
All right. So Brienne. Oh, Muse. I love it.
Oh, beautiful. Hey Juan, we're on our last question and person that we're reading. So you can piggyback on this last one, number 8, and check it out.
Okay. So for Brienne, here I have the Queen of Swords. Um, and so this Queen of Swords here, I love that she's sitting on her throne. She has her sword at the ready. And so I feel like it's you are in this position of making some decisions. All right, these may not be easy decisions, but decisions nonetheless, that are going to help move things forward. All right, it feels as though you are in charge at this point, and you're having to kind of, you know, put your heart on the back burner or switch it to the side for a minute and get really logical and think about um, the outcomes that you are wanting at this point, or what makes sense at this point, I should say. Once again, swords, we're talking about communication, we're talking about opening up, and expression. Okay, and then cutting away the things that no longer serve you, especially the things that you've been talking about since you've been blue in the face. Like, now's the time to let those things go. Okay. You have a throne here, you are royalty, remember that.
And then Brienne, from me, the Lover's card, or as they call it, True Love, which is card number 6. So I love this, and for me, this is literally about um, wow. Okay, I'm going off the card. Whatever the relationships you're in, friends, romantic, family, be very conscious of, see how the two of them are just focused on each other, and it's like someone's trying to thwart this. It's almost like I want to say, stay focused on the relationship and try to drown, not ignore, drown out. I want to say it in a positive. Avoid distractions of those around you. Be conscious of those around you for whatever reason. They might, you know, try to coach you, give you advice or something different, but it just makes you feel like real. It's like if you have questions, this, and Juan, I love that you said what you said because now this is making some sense. It's like go to the person that you're in a relationship with, and stay focused on them, because I feel like this distraction around you may take you off what really matters at the moment. And I'm going to go back to just some simple things of relationship. Good communication is important, and make sure that you have that communication and be conscious of where you're sharing the information about your relationship outside. Because you want cheerleaders, support, rather than shit stirs, you know.
Yep.
And then, so Brianna, I hope that made some sense. It's funny because as you're reading, I did read Juan's question, and you know what?
Mhm.
So Juan, I would say this, because Juan said someone told me asking the card about the future, what the future holds for your lover means that you don't trust the relationship. And V and I'll let V speak for herself, but I do often, if someone asks me to predict, I will predict. But what I also say is you're creating and manifesting your future. And a lot of times when people are asking about their relationship, it's not so much as do they love me? Are they cheating on me? It's more of how can I foster a better relationship? Then the cards will give us guidance on how to make the relationship better. Because there is an old saying that if you have to ask, yes.
You already
Is my
know.
husband cheating on me? If you have to ask, yes, because you feel it, but that's not a pat answer. But it's an old kind of just like a saying that a lot of people have said, and I've heard it. And I think it's funny, but I think it has a
Hmm.
lot of truth. So, and V, I'll let you if you have any
Yeah.
input on that as well.
No, the same. People come and ask, what does our relationship look like? And I'm just like, well, what do you want it to look like? That's always my question. What do you want a relationship that you want to be in to look like? Because you co-create that, you walk in that every day, And if you have some questions about the partner that you're with, then express that and then figure out, can you guys work together and go forward? If not, then make some decisions now. But always bring it back to say, well, what do you want?
Yeah. And a lot
So,
of times people are coming to me, and probably V as well, going, we've got issues. Here's what they are. Okay. So what does it
yep.
look like if you keep working on this relationship? What does it look like if you bring this relationship to an end? What can I
Hmm.
do to bring the best in this relationship? You bring Three of Cups up. It's like, go out and have some fun. Get out of the house. What can I
Yes.
do to bring some spice into this relationship? And I get the Knight of Wands. Well, go get a hotel room, break away from the kids or whatever, and have some
Hmm.
monkey sex. I mean, just go do it. Um,
Yep.
so yeah,
Thank you, Jonathan. Yes,
yay,
Bree, you're welcome, babe.
thank you.
Thank you,
Whew,
Norm.
yay. So Juan, if you're still out there, I hope that helped. But if not, it was a great question prompted for us. I appreciate it.
Hmm.
Hey, Aaron. Aaron,
Hey!
Aaron, we're almost done. So we're glad you're here. Oh, so we will most likely be here in 2 weeks. I don't think there's anything going on. It's after Thanksgiving, right? So I'll post that. So V,
Yeah.
why don't you, while I do some posting, why don't you let people know what you got going on? 'Cause you always got a lot going on. You got a lot going on.
The end of the year is kind of winding down. Last weekend I did kitchen table gathering with Melissa Sonova. It was awesome sauce. Um, but what I have going on right now, readings, as always, if anyone wants to get read, you can definitely check out my website, redlightreadings.com, which is down below. But I'm also one-to-one coaching called Astro Alchemy, and it really is, working with through shadow work with a guide one-on-one and looking at what your hidden elements are and learning how to embrace those and how to shine through the power that is found in them. Um, so if anybody is interested in doing a little one-on-one with some shadow work and moving through that process, definitely you can hit me at Red Light Readings. There's a contact form to send me an email, or you can just slide in my DMs and I'll be there. So there's that.
Cool. And so, one of the best ways that you can support any content creator, me and V, is like, subscribe, share our stuff when you see it pop up. And if you want to take it a step further, I put my virtual tip jar PayPal and my Venmo there. I also put my 2 World Divination Association classes that I won the best teacher of 2021 for, the animal communication and the dream interpretation. So, so check that out. And then I'm just created the next event. So I'm copying the link and I'm going to put that in there as well. So our next event, where is it? So that will be in 2 weeks from tonight, which is the 29th. So that last link there will be, you can go click it. If you click on it and you put it, you can share it to your calendar so you don't miss out or you don't show up in the last 5 minutes. But we're glad anytime you show up. We really are. And then early on, we were talking about StarCon. StarCon.com is a amazing online and in-person platform that we'll be teaching at. That I'll be teaching at. We don't have Reader Studio this year, but there is Tide in Dallas. At this
Yeah.
moment I'm not teaching. I need to see about maybe applying. I always like to go first, but Soultopia, Michelle Welsh. I'm so excited about this because this is the kind of, I haven't been to Newt's only because it's a trip across the country. And it's a little bit, I think it's a little drive from the airport there. Where in Dallas, I can fly right into Dallas in less than an hour and a half. Boom, I'm there. New York is 2 hours. Boom, it's right there. I can literally walk from the airport to where it is. And then, of course, StarCon, I could drive down to it. So kind of excited about a lot of those. So we shared a bunch of links so you can check those out. And yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks from tonight. And if you like and say you're going to come to the event in 2 weeks, then if we make any changes, you'll be the first to get those as well. So, all right. So at the end of every night, at the end of every night, we do this. I say, may the beautiful, powerful, wonderful, awesome sexiness in me see and recognize the beautiful, powerful, wonderful, awesome sexiness in you, otherwise known as Namaste.
And I say namaste.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Hi, guys. Mwah.
Yeah, thanks for hanging with us.